In this informative speech, I'm going to show you how to properly change a flat tire on a 2009 Honda Accord. If you have a flat tire, don't panic. It's very easy to remedy as long as you follow these few basic steps. In the first step, the safest thing to do would be to find a safe location to park. According to National Highway Safety, do not park on a hill, as that can be dangerous as your car rolling off the jack. Do not park on a curve, as that can be dangerous to oncoming drivers. The safest thing to do would be to just drive on your flat tire until you come to the next exit. If this is not an option, pull over on the shoulder as far as possible.
Here we go.
The second step would be to turn your hazard lights on. If it's dark, leave your headlights on. Your hazard lights is this button right here, the red triangle. Once you've picked a good location to park on, the next step would be to follow your owner's manual. In our case, we're going to use the 2009 Honda Accord owner's manual. We're going to go over here and get our tools out of the trunk. In our case, we're going to pick up on the mat and this, and you come equipped with a jack, a wrench, and your spare tire. If you were equipped or thought ahead of, you can buy you an emergency kit. This is just a bag. Comes with flashlights, flares, first aid kit if you get hurt whenever you're changing your tire. It's a good thing to have. It also comes with these road markers, and these road markers will signal other cars onto you and will protect you while changing your tire. As said in the third step, we're going to take all the tools out of our trunk and we just laid them on the ground, which is what you want to do. We're just simulating it here. We got our jack, your wrench, our tire, and your tire will be bolted in. With one of these, all you have to do is unscrew it from the trunk and your tire will come out. Our fourth step is to take our lug nuts off. We don't want to take them all the way off though. We'll do that once we jack the car all the way up. We just want to just loosen them up just enough. The owner's manual says to loosen them up a quarter turn. And if your car comes equipped with these lug nuts, you have to use a special lug nut that was in your console. And we're just going to loosen them. You're going to do this by turning your wrench to the left counterclockwise. And that's all it is. The fifth step will be to jack the car off the ground. We're going to do this by using our wheel nut wrench and our jack. And we're going to place our jack here. We're going to use our jack notch and place it underneath the jack notch on the car, which is right under the left quarter panel. Once we do that, we're going to jack the car to get the tire about approximately 6 inches off the ground. So now, in the fifth step, we've got the car jacked up approximately 6 inches off the ground. The sixth step will be to take the lug nuts off the car. We're just going to take them off. And then you're going to take the tire off, you're going to pull away from the hub. You're just going to set that beside you. And now in the seventh step, we're going to take our spare and we're going to put this on our hub. And to do that, you're going to push towards the hub. You're going to line up your holes with your hub. Then in the eighth step, we're going to tighten our lug nuts back on. And to tighten your lug nuts, you're going to want to go in a crisscross fashion, which that means you're going to tighten one, and then you're going to go straight across the circle to the other lug nut so you don't warp your wheel. In step 9, we're going to lower the car back on the ground, and that's just going to be to turn our jack and our wheel wrench in the opposite direction counterclockwise, which is very easy, as you can see. Now with that back on the ground, step 10 will be we're going to tighten our lug nuts back up. We're going to do it the same crisscross pattern as we did in the steps above. We're going to tighten the lug nuts 50% of the way until all the lug nuts are as tight as they can be. So finally, in the last step, we're going to pick up all of our tools off the side of the road, our jack and our wheel wrench, and we're going to place them back in our styrofoam that it originally came in. So we're going to place this here, which is how we took it out. Our wrench goes here, that goes there. And in the trunk, once we put our other tire in there, this tire cone was made for our spare tire. And what we're going to do is flip this over for our normal tire so it won't vibrate in our trunk well whenever you're driving. Another thing is, on this car, it comes with a TPMS light. That signifies you have a flat tire, and that will immediately go off once you get your tire fixed. Another thing in step 10 to remember, don't leave nothing on the side of the road. Tires, flares, anything like that. They can be very hazardous to other oncoming drivers. In conclusion, if you follow these following steps, it'll show you how to properly change a tire on a 2009 Honda Accord. Remember, if you have a flat tire, don't panic. Just follow these steps and it'll let you have an easy, risk-free experience.